Despite shooting 39% from the field in Game 1 and missing Steph and Curry for more than half the game, the Golden State Warriors won a second-round playoff outing by double digits. They did this by holding the Timberwolves to 89 points on the night. The Timberwolves shot just 5 for 29 from distance, and over their last two games, they've shot 12 for 76 from deep, the lowest percentage of shots made from distance over a two-game span in NBA playoff history. One of the heroes after Steph went down with his ball handling, shot creation, and playmaking awareness off the bounce was Pat Spencer. The 28-year-old former NCAA lacrosse player from Davidson, Maryland, is scrappy defensively as well, but again, thrives off manufacturing offense in the pick and roll and getting downhill for quick twitch takes to the hole. Steve Kerr going to Spencer in the first place was a brilliant chess move given the Warriors needed shot creation badly after Steph's tragic injury. In 11 minutes, the mustache Pat Spencer posted 4 points on 2 for 4 shooting from the field to go along with 2 rebounds and 2 steals. Solid production in limited minutes, given Spencer doesn't play regularly and therefore didn't have much of a rhythm. Based off what we've seen, this man's a talented hooper, so who knows how effective he can be once he establishes some type of flow with consistent playing time. He's bound to receive that, as Steph's going to miss at least a week with a hamstring strain. Spencer will be relied upon as long as Curry's out, so we'll see how Pat responds to the pressure in what's only his sophomore campaign out of Northwestern University before he spent 3 years in the G League. Given the Warriors likely learned at halftime that Steph wouldn't return, how they held it together and executed on both ends the way they did was impressive given those circumstances. Far more impactful than Spencer were Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield, aka Robin and Alfred, as the funniest duo in the association combined for a crucial 44 points, 19 rebounds, 11 assists, and 3 steals. Jimmy's dribble penetration and passing, plus Hield's ability to spring open off flare screens or with off-ball relocations, mixed to form a lethal tandem that'll be tough to stop even without Wardell Stephen Curry II present. This series against Minnesota for the Warriors just feels so much different than the opening round series for the Warriors against the Rockets. The Rockets were straight up cheating the game with reckless physicality that literally attempted to injure Golden State, while the Wolves, like the Warriors, actually rely on their skill and continuity to get it done like a normal basketball team. You love to see it. With Curry out, the Warriors will have to restructure their offense to function around 35-year-old banged-up Jimmy Butler III. Like the Warriors spam split actions for Steph to get open on the perimeter, like they do on this play, the Warriors will want to spam inverted split actions to get Jimmy open on the interior. As you can see, instead of dishing from the post like in a normal split action, Green's dishing from the far left wing, while Hield sets a back screen for Butler, springing Jimmy open. The Warriors should run a lot more of this in general, but especially with Steph out, they should be running this a fair amount. Here's everything you need to see from the Dubs postgame.
We're here, baby. It's a good win. Got it done. Good to take game one. Got to get back to the drawing board, figure out the things we did wrong. It's great to close this out without 30. Hopefully we get our dog back.
Feel good. Just gonna keep building. Did you tell me to step up? Put the right shorts on, right? Hey, it was the shorts, right? Big team win. We find a way to figure it out. Jimmy making plays down the stretch. Draymond, Catalyst back there. Pat Spencer stepping up. We all do a team job. On to the next. Let's go.
Come on! 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 Come on!
You had another good game, man. Except for that stupid thing you did at the beginning of the game when you didn't have on the right shorts. It's not real Robin and or Batman-like.
Buddy, what happened with the wardrobe malfunction?
Jimmy switched it out. It was Jimmy's fault.
Okay.
Jimmy switched it out, and that's what happens. I was looking for my shorts, and I thought it was the right one. He said, "Yo, put these on." It was the right, and that was the.
That's what you're going with.
Yeah, I'm going. Jimmy, it was Jimmy's fault. His locker's next to my locker. I was looking for my shorts. He said, "Yo, why can't I find my shorts?" Oh, I see there. And I put them on, and it looked just alike. And after that, got a fine for it. So it's cool. It was Jimmy's fault. Blame Jimmy.
Hamstrings are particularly tricky to play through. Are you kind of operating under the assumption, game planning under the assumption over the next 24 hours that he probably won't be out there game two?
Yeah. We're definitely game planning for him to not be available on Thursday, but we don't know yet. But with a hamstring, it's hard to imagine that he would play Thursday.
What's kind of I mean, I know it's early and you'll have a day to really think about it, but as you reset the series without him, how do you find enough scoring?
We have to talk about that. We're going to give the players the day off tomorrow. Nothing, no film. They need a day. These games have been every other day. We're flying all the way across the country. Our guys are tired and they need a rest. They need the day. So the coaches will meet tomorrow and we'll figure out our plan for Thursday.
Obviously, it's a long time ago, but Steph missed a bunch of playoff games in 2016 and 2018, and you guys survived. Yeah. Any lessons? What do you when you think about those games?
Yeah.
What do you take from that, or what does it matter at all?
Well, I think the difference at that time we had an all-time NBA roster. So those days we were well equipped to handle the loss of Steph. When you can bring Sean Livingston and Andre Iguodala into the game to back up or take Steph's minutes, you're in pretty good shape. But there is a lesson. I mean, you have to understand what it takes to win a game without your best player. And tonight was a good indication of that. Draymond and Loon and Jimmy led the way just with the leadership on the sidelines, talking to the guys, recognizing if you battle for every loose ball, every rebound. I mean, we got 18 offensive rebounds. We out-rebounded them 51-41. Their guys are all 6 inches taller than all of our guys, so it's about the intensity, the heart, the fight. And if you do that and you give yourself a chance, then you just find ways to score. We made 18 threes. And like I said, we had a lot of guys make big shots, Draymond, 4 threes in the first half. Gary made that huge three late to kind of stem the tide. So it's about defending, taking care of the ball, and just finding ways to score.
Draymond mentioned that you two guys were kind of going back and forth in the huddle even. Do you feed off? I mean, we've seen you guys go back and forth. You're doing it right now.
Ask him why he's going back and forth.
Why were you going back and forth?
Because when I'm not going to say exactly what I say in the locker room, but when I got a mismatch in the post, don't cut. Stay on the perimeter.
If you got a mismatch, you ain't going to score the ball.
I am going to score the ball. I can't score the ball when you cut into my space. You're a shooter. You're not even a cutter.
Bro, you seen it score the ball.
You saw what happened when you shot a layup in the first quarter? Smokey Robinson. That's exactly what you did. Use the backboard, too. Exactly.
Do you guys feed off of this, though? I mean, is it like when you can do this, does it translate to what happens on the court?
It actually does. Because I respect Butter so much because he knows whatever I'm saying.
My name is Buddy.
But that's short for Buttered. He knows what I'm saying is always towards winning. Same thing that Draymond does and everybody. And you can talk to whoever you want to talk to like that in the moment, and then you move past it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had another something in the huddle. He was like, you know what, you're right. And we move on because the main goal is to win. He understands that I just want to win. I understand that he just want to win.
And then what did you think of just Pat and JK, Looney?
Awesome. Every single guy who came off the bench contributed. I never really look at the stats after a playoff game. I just think about how guys competed. JK, to come off the bench and play some important minutes when he hasn't been in the rotation, that was important. And we've seen Pat. He's a gamer. We know that. And those minutes were big. And if Steph doesn't go, Pat will definitely get more time Thursday.
Any general update on Steph? Any prognosis at all?
Just day to day. He'll get an MRI tomorrow.
Did you talk to him? Just what was?
Yeah, I talked to him at halftime. Just he's obviously crushed, but the guys picked him up and played a great game, and obviously we're all concerned about Steph, but it's part of the game. You just guys get hurt and you move on. Our guys did a great job of moving on and getting a great win. 48 hours after a Game 7 road win. It's an amazing group of guys. These guys they compete and they're together. We've been the best defense in the league since the Jimmy trade, and that's what's keeping us afloat right now.
You guys, Gary compared you to bickering brothers, and you're the little annoying brother, and you're the older brother.
And what Gary is?
I don't know. Maybe he's the middle brother.
The clumsy one, always doing the dumbest stuff ever.
You literally wore the wrong shorts. The audacity. Do media with me, man. You're welcome.
Buddy and Jimmy, we haven't done nothing yet.
Draymond declared that tonight Jimmy became Batman and Buddy went from Alfred to Robin. Do you guys have any comments on that declaration?
No.
I'll start out.
No.
No.
I'm Batman today. I saved the day. He's still Robin.
All right. Well, I'm still Robin, yes. And Steph's still Batman. And Buttered is still who he is.
Call me Buttered.
Some hype about you coming back playing here for the first time since 2021. Did you notice the light boos and the response?
That doesn't bother me. But people do have to watch their mouth. You know, it's cool with the boos and all that stuff, but you calling people out of their names and all of that stuff, which I can hear.
What they say?
You want me to repeat it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to repeat it. That's not good. That's unnecessary. The boos, I get it. I understand. Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
Thanks, little bro.
We had to make sure he got his joy back because somehow he lost his joy. We're not going to say where he lost his joy, but somehow he lost his joy.
Why do you keep doing this? Do you even know what these are called? What are they called?
2 fingers. Are we done?
No.
Oh, no.
Well, Draymond was doing what Draymond's been doing for 13 years, for whatever, how many years he's been in this league. He's the best defensive player I've ever seen in my life. He was everywhere. He was guarding everyone. He just has a way of helping every single teammate by being in the right spot and thwarting different advantages that the opponent has. And he makes our defense go. He makes the game much easier for all of the other guys.
Draymond, you talked about how your role might be different without Steph. How much different is the offense without Steph? Because Steve's talked much about Jimmy gives you another whole sort of identity. Mm-hmm. Now, how much do you sort of lean into that now if Steph can't play for a while?
Have to, but we know what Jimmy's capable of. Jimmy's capable of carrying a team. He carried a team to a finals twice. So we won't panic. We'll figure out what that means. We have best coaching staff in the NBA. We know they'll put us in a good spot and let us know what our offense looks like without Steph if we have to go on without him. But we got full confidence in the guys that are on this team that we can make plays, we can make shots, and we know we got a guy that can make that first domino fall, and Jimmy. So we'll be all right.
We just got the numbers that you guys going 12 for 76 over the last 2 games is the worst three-point shooting in the history of the NBA playoffs. And for a team that was 4th in three-point percentage and 5th, I think, three-pointers made.
Huh? 12 for 70, God damn.